everybody, it's Rhonda, and today we are inside of Affinity Studio and we are going to talk about background removal. So I have this Gothic unicorn image I created a couple weeks ago, and if you have done any background removal on designs, you know that ones like this can be kind of fiddly. All these little bits and pieces that are inside here in this tail and the mane. If you run them through a background remover like in Canva or Kittle, you're probably not going to get rid of everything. And you may even end up with that white halo around the edges. So I'm going to show you how you can do background removal right here inside of Affinity and have it come out really nice. And it only takes a couple minutes to do. All right. So what I do is I have this open here and I'm going to come into the Pixel Studio, and right here on the left I am going to select this selection tool over here, and I am going to use the selection brush tool. And I'm going to make my brush a little bigger, probably about 40. That looks good. And I'm going to make sure it is set to add, snap to edges, and I want soft edges selected. So I'm just going to come over here now and run this brush over my unicorn. And you're going to see that it's not necessarily selecting every little bits and bob. Out here we have these really small pieces. So I'm going to reduce the size of my brush, and I'm just going to grab, there's just some in here I can come out here and grab a little bit better. This does not have to be perfect, so don't worry about it. Grab it until it looks pretty good and call it a day. All right, this looks pretty good. There's some pieces here. If we zoom in, there's some here that I'll come out and grab that one. Maybe come out and grab part of that one. But there are little pieces here that are not included in my selection, but that's okay. We're going to fix that. So once you have your object selected, you're going to come up here to the top and click on Refine. And that is going to add this red mask so you can clearly see what parts were selected, what parts were removed, and what parts weren't removed. And you can see we have quite a bit of white left in here. And if we zoom in, you see these ends here where they have the red coloring over them. That means those are going to, they're underneath this mask. They're going to disappear too. So we need to fix that. We need to get back our pieces of his mane and tail, and we need to get rid of all this white. And that's what we're going to do in here in the Refine tool. So right now we have this preview. It says the overlay, and that's what we want to keep it at for now. But I do want to show you quickly that there are other overlay options. There's black matte, there's white matte, there's black and white. It's like almost like an alpha channel, I guess, and then a transparent. But we're going to stick with the red overlay. We are not going to touch any of these settings right now. They are completely irrelevant to us at this point in time. For the adjustment brush, we're going to keep it at the matte, which is this red overlay that we have going on. You can use foreground, background, or feather, but we're going to leave it at matte. And I think I'm going to leave the brush size at 50. And all we're going to do now is we're going to come along the very edge of this design. And you can see I have my brush partially on the unicorn and partially on the mask. And that's what we want to do. We're just going to come along and just come around the edges and make sure that we go over any parts that are white and any of those parts that were missed and were red. Now you see that it got rid of all that white and it put back the part of his mane that was red there. And we're going to keep doing that. Like right here you see this part of the mane is red, and then we have this white here. So we're just going to come down along and we're going to just come through here. And we're going to go around the entire image and do the same thing. I just do one little spot at a time. Let's come in there, fix that. I see a little bit of white there yet. And in there now. Oops, this is not okay. And we'll just come along here. This looks like it keeps putting some shadow back in there. There we go. That looks better. And we'll just come along. And I like to go along some of the edges, even if there isn't necessarily a mistake, just in case there's bits and bobs that I may not notice. Come in here, just come around, and just come along the entire image and go over any parts. Just refine these edges and let this refine tool do the hard work for us. See how quickly it's getting rid of all these little pieces of white, how quickly it's including now the spots that we missed. And even though there's nothing showing there, I'm going to go over it all. I think right here there's a little bit more. Same with right there. I see a little white. Let's move on. But just go around the entire edges. Even if you can't see anything, it doesn't hurt to run up the edge to make sure that you aren't missing any pieces. So that looks pretty good. Let me move up here. I do see this one spot right here that I still see a little bit of white, and right here. All right, so now we're looking pretty good. Let's move this back up so we can see it completely. All right, looking pretty good. So let's turn this into the black mat and we can see it. And this looks really good. Now you would not put this on a black background because the unicorn itself is black. But if you wanted to, you could now feather the edges just a little bit because that will help soften the edges just a tiny bit, so that if you wanted to place this image into, say, a background of some sort, it would look like it belonged there a little bit better. You have those harsh edges typically, and you really don't want that. And if you still think it needs a little bit, you can come down here to the bottom and click on color decontamination. And that made a huge difference now, right? So let's look back here at the overlay. We did color decontamination. We have our feather set. I'm going to lower that feather just a little bit, probably down just 1 pixel. And once it looks good to you, you have your choice here. You can choose a new decontaminated layer or a new decontaminated layer with a mask. I am just going to go with a new decontaminated layer. So it's not even destroying our original image. It's going to add a new layer for us. And we can turn off the original. And now here is our unicorn with the background removed. So I am going to come over here and grab the rectangle tool. And I am going to make a rectangle. And I'm just going to drag that underneath. And now we can change the color here, and you can see what this will look like on a bunch of different color backgrounds, and it looks great. There's no white edges or anything like that. It looks pretty darn good. So that is how we can remove the background on these fiddly images right here inside of Affinity. Now, that took about 11 minutes. That's how long our video is. But that was me going very slow and making sure I explained to you what I was doing. If once you use this a few times, I am sure that you can get pretty darn quick at this, and it will make removing the backgrounds a lot faster for these fiddly images that don't want to cooperate typically with a regular background remover. So you know what, let me do this. Let me do new, just grab a new document here, and let me go over here to stock, and let's do forest, and let's just for giggles, let's grab this image, and we grab that one from Pexels, And now let's come over here and grab our, let's turn that off. Let's grab our unicorn just for fun. And what in the world did I do? Let's get rid of that one. Copy, paste. There we go. Now, obviously, this is not the background you would normally put this guy in, but I just wanted to show you that we could pop him in there, and although this is not really where he would belong, you could pop him into another background, and you see that you don't have a bunch of harsh edges. I would add some drop shadow and stuff like that to try and make it look like he belonged a little better. But again, this was just to show you how easily we could remove the background in here. Let's do normal city. But something like that, we can just pop him in then into whatever scene we wanted to. And although, like I said, it doesn't really go with this particular background, I just wanted to show you that we can throw him in here and we're not dealing with a lot of harsh edges and things like that. Had this background been suitable for this image, it would actually look like he belonged in there. Alrighty? So that's how you remove backgrounds in Affinity Studio. Now, those other tools that we had looked at, I don't know if I can go here. Let's go back. Let's get into the refine. In the refine, you can change this border. You could add a border if you needed to. This type of image, all that will do is expand out so you can see. If you add a border, it will cut into your image a little bit, which is not, let's make it bigger. You see how it's taking away from our design. You can smooth, and again, that's going to change the edges a lot too. And in most cases, it's just not worth it. It's not something you want to do. But you'll know you can play with these different settings depending on the image that you're working on. Sometimes it will help a little, sometimes it does not, and it makes it look worse. So just keep that in mind. You play with these settings. I'd say for the most part, when you're removing something from a solid background like we did here, that those settings won't really come into play too much. But again, that's how you quickly and easily remove backgrounds in Affinity. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I'll answer them as soon as I can. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe before you head out, and I will see you guys in the next video.